really bright. Hey YouTube, it's me, SN Nathan. This is my fiance. Yes, fiance Angie Bailey, future Angie Nathan. And this is our first video we've done in a while, and this is a different setting, yes. And if you look behind me, you can see a reflection. So that's me. This is our first Stangie vlog of 2021, and it's been a long time, and a lot of things have happened. I'm gonna let Angie man this one. She's gonna take the helm. So in a few minutes, I'm gonna throw it to her. As awkward as she looks now, I apologize for the video quality. I haven't used the webcam on this thing yet. I haven't used much of anything on this thing yet, aside from doing animations and stuff with it. So this is going to be about relationships, a bit about ours, more on her side because she knows more than I do because I'm an idiot. So Angie,
yes,
go ahead and take it away.
But about relationships, we both have to talk about
We'll
it.
talk, but do you want to go ahead and start?
I don't want to go first.
You don't?
No.
Okay. Well, we've been together since we roughly consider October 12th, although it's more like the 20-something, was when we actually began a relationship of sorts. In a very odd situation, which I won't get into too much detail, but needless to say, it's been 5.5 years or so, and last October on Halloween, not the greatest, but I did propose to her. I got her ring on Amazon. It was overpriced and worthless, so I later went to Walmart. Yes, Walmart. Got her a better one. It's a crown. We apologize for the quality of video.
And we apologize for the paint. We've been painting today.
A lot of stuff. That's another story. We weren't having a paint throwing party. We were just doing a lot of work in the house. So that's when we officially consider the relationship beginning. And she's getting nervous right now. I can tell. And she's kneading on me. She's like a kitten. We've had our ups and downs as any relationship, but we normally follow through and manage to make up for things. It's any relationship is like that, but we've been together a solid 5.5 years nearly, and we've collaborated on animations. I encourage her to do her inspirational videos. We do things normal couples do. We used to go out to see a movie once a month, and we haven't for the last year because of COVID. We haven't even been out to eat at restaurants really hardly at all in the last year. A handful of times, but most likely we're making something at home, or before we were ordering through Postmates and DoorDash, I'd walk up to the local Burger King or Taco Bell and walk through the drive-thru. It's fun. And now we order fairly regularly, although realizing that Postmates and those other services are rip-offs after seeing what menu prices are on a lot of items that we order typically at Taco Bell. But it's cost, but we managed to have a meal. Or we get groceries and I cook for her because, as she says, if I didn't cook for her, she'd starve. So, yeah. Any point in time, feel free to butt in. I guess I will continue. This is my first relationship, and again, I'm a noob in many ways, including what not to and what to do. And I've learned from lessons, and I've tried to make up for mistakes and things that she may talk about, she may not. Depends on what's in her mind while she does this. We're trying to see if we can do this a one shot and not do 14 takes. I don't like the quality of the video. I was using my webcam, and it was mediocre at the best. So I'm using my Logitech, my portable, my external one. I'm using the one that's built in. Anyways, back to relationships.
So anyways.
There we go.
We both did agree that we should do a video about relationships. And the reason for that is because I think anybody could use some good advice. If you're planning on getting married, I do recommend that you probably see a marriage counselor, just because that is actually, it helps. It really, really helps. I mean, it's helped us. We basically see things in each other that we probably didn't see if it weren't for a marriage counselor. Or we would have found out about each other. Later on. But it's nice to know now.
Someone else who knows more about, because it's her pastor, Pastor Robin. He and his wife Audrey have been married for seemingly forever, and he helps, and a lot of things help, and he definitely is one of those things that I think as we march towards that date, June 26th, even if it's just an hour or so. Last time was like almost 2 hours, so it definitely paid off.
So that's what I recommend. I do recommend that if you plan on getting married, make sure you get a marriage counselor, because marriage counselors do help you. Like you said, we've had a lot of ups. Yes, there's a dog. Thank you. Like he said, there's been a lot of ups and downs in our relationship. But the thing is that when we do fight, we can't go to sleep unless we've made up. And what are you doing? Anyways, we can't go to sleep unless we've made up. And so that is what we did. And the thing with Steven is like, okay, I have yelled, yeah, I have raised my voice and have, been mean to him on the phone. The thing is, though, he's never really raised his voice, and he's never said a cuss word to me ever in 5 years. And even though I've called him and have been mean to him, he's never hung up on me. But I've hung up on him numerous times.
Rocky, as I said, we manage. It's a combination of a lot of things. She's a very strong person, a very great, amazing heart. She's helped me. If anybody know anything that I post on here or there, I lost both my parents in the last year and a half plus. My mom and then my dad within 51 weeks of each other. July's respectively 19 and 20. She was there with me. She was there with me the day my dad actually passed in our house, and I've helped. I've appreciated her help and just getting through it, and I've been there dealing with the loss of her nephew and helping her with her son and helping keeping her focused on her things and through her stuff with her jobs or family drama or any of the stuff. We keep each other in check, and through the marriage counseling, we try to remain pretty open, and I think we get each other pretty well. But having an outside party who he knows her, but he doesn't know me, so he's basing some things off of past things about Angie that when she and I talk later, I'm like, no, that wasn't really me or whatever. But we look forward to the future, and as he even told us, we're basically two halves of the same whole, and so our thing is working on each other. That's a big factor in relationships: is be there for the one you love, the man, the woman, the intergender here. Sorry, I'm not going to name. There's too many. Please, if you want to comment below, ripping me apart, feel free. Just don't troll her. Trolling's fine with me. I troll back. But when it comes to helping yourself to help the relationship, we're trying. I admit my faults and flaws. She's admitted hers when we had the Pastor Rob kind of like single us out. It kind of was like basically neither one of us had a clue what to say, because when it gets to the deep down parts of our own inner workings to build a relationship, was not something we thought about. We never really thought about, okay, my thing was basically loving myself, being happy with myself. Her, what was yours? I think it was respecting yourself or something like that, or
yeah,
something like that. I mean, it sounds kind of similar, but when you break down the individual words and the subtext and context, it's like, okay, think of the things we like about ourselves in order to better ourselves and build a positive, push down the negative, and then going forward, be able to interact and react and converse and everything between us as we approach that eventual date, and every moment thereafter when we're married, we need to have a full understanding of ourselves before we can go forward. And that's what I'm saying and we're saying to anybody out there who's in a relationship or entering or wanting to or got out of one. Get your own shit together prior to, because I don't know from a lot of experience, again, my only relationship, but I look at myself from what I do, and I like what I do, but I don't like myself. I have my own problems. I have counseling. She has counseling, and having that, or having somebody who doesn't even know me beyond that setting, gives another cat meowing in the background, gives another perspective of how to think of our own selves from more of an outside view. And I'm gonna let Angie take over now.
Yeah, so basically, 5 years, it's a long time. There's been a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of speed bumps. There's been a lot of roadblocks. There's been basically a roller coaster. But like I said, at the end of the day, we always make sure that we make up, and then we just, move on to the next day and hope that it's better than the day before. But the thing that made that possible is, the thing is, in a relationship, you have to have good communication.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then the fight could continue on to the next day and the next and the next, to the point where it is too much of a fight that it can't be fixed.
Yeah.
And then, some people say that the easiest thing to do is just to break up. And that's not what Steve and I wanted.
No.
So we knew that we had to work on our communication skills. Excuse me while I calm her down. We had to work on our communication skills so that we can continue and basically put the fight to rest and
Yeah.
move on to the next thing. And here are some. Okay, so we talked about communication. Another thing is,
I should have bullet points.
you need to have trust,
Yes.
because you don't want to get into a relationship or a marriage and every day have the thoughts in your head of, like, what is he or she doing?
Yeah.
Who is he or she talking to? Is there someone in the house when I'm not home? You don't want to enter that kind of marriage. So you want to make sure that you have trust when you enter into the relationship. So there's communication, there's trust, and then another thing is honesty. That's something that I'm sorry.
It's fine.
That's the one thing that him and I have mostly fought about a lot. Was I guess because of how his past is, he's used to, like, keeping things inside, or feeling like he can't really express himself. So he's lied to me a few times here and there, that kind of broke my trust. But because we are so good at communicating, we talked about it, we worked through it. Don't get me wrong, I still bring it up from time to time, because it's the one thing that hurt me the most, because I do not like liars. I will not tolerate it. So it's the one thing that we've had to communicate a lot about. But because we do that continuously, little by little, I did tell him that, if you work hard at, getting a, basically you can earn someone's trust back.
Yes.
And he's working on that. And telling me more things. And so because of that and the communication, our relationship is just getting, stronger each time. So the three main things, I mean, other people will probably tell you other things, but my three main things, he might have something different, but my three main things is communication, trust, honesty, and then of course loyalty.
Which all kind of fall in the same thing. Basically, it's honesty. It comes down to honesty. Honesty is a huge thing. And yes, I admit all of those things. But one leads to the other. It's something I admit. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at. It comes to a lot of reasons, and I've always tried to. I do everything within my power to explain and get open, communicate, and so forth, to where we get back to a decent place. It takes time. I understand that. Um, but I think if anything, and I'm gonna get a little deeper. I think if anything, I'm waiting for the cat to jump up now.
Just keep talking.
I
It's fine.
think if anything, knowing that there's a cat named hashtag. Yes. He'll have his own web series. Writes itself. The main thing is knowing that deep down, when I first met her in 2015, and I've told you this in 4 or 5 other videos. I had a stretch where I did 31 videos in 31 days back in October 2017, and she was in a few of them, and I talked about this a few times, and I've probably done some since before and after. I felt a connection, not immediately when I first met her, but by 2+ months, 2.5 months after meeting her and knowing her from working with her at Big Lots. The highlight of that entire damn experience was I felt something, and don't mind that. The cat's texting her. But the thing, I felt something I hadn't felt before, and so understanding more now and understanding, even then, it had to be love, and I felt that connection pretty quickly. When it hit me like a freaking emotional freight train. Literally, like 3-4 emotions at once, and I couldn't explain it anymore. Sadness, happiness, fear, blah blah blah, whatever. And that has kept me going through every high, every low, because I believe this was meant to be. I will say that to the end of my life. This was meant to be. I've known tons of people. I haven't had a huge experience of a lot of lives. I've only had 2 jobs. Yes, 2 jobs my entire life. Go to hell. But I felt something, and I feel that same thing every day. And even when I've been mad at her or she's been mad at me, and I won't get into all those details. Like she said, we do communicate when it comes down to it, and I've only gotten upset a handful of times, and I really try not to. I try to be as logical and as unimpulsive as possible, and balance myself and help her balance, to where she and I can. It takes time. It takes the immediate fire. Once it's put out, there's still some embers. There's still some hot coals. There's still some smoke and ash. But it's within a relative time frame. I can't say if it's short or long, depending on a lot of situations. I know at the end of the day that I will always say to her, even when we didn't live together, I would always start my days with good morning or good afternoon, my beautiful angel, and end the night with good night, my beautiful angel, sweet dreams, and other various affectionate so forth. Because I did. Beginning and end of every day was love. What happened between those points in time was whatever happened in the course of the day, and hoping and praying that it was nothing too terrible, or was preferably positive. And one thing I definitely miss about pre-COVID-19 is when we go to a movie theater and we sit next to each other, and I'd have my hand around her, or over her, or hand in hand, or she'd lean on me, and those kind of things. Depending on the seating at the movie theater, sometimes it's like, "Are you okay?" No. Or if it was really packed, it's like. But I miss doing those things, or going to Taco Bell and sitting at our booth before they remodeled, and then before COVID shut everything down in the world. I miss those little things, but as I was saying before I go too far, starting and ending every day with the love that's still there. That's my heart has a lot of problems, but the one thing it doesn't stop doing is it doesn't stop loving this woman. That hasn't changed in 5.5, going on soon to be ish 6 years. Soon to be, we're actually married. Soon to be, oh God, no. Soon to be the happy point, the midpoint of my life, basically, and then it's nothing but up from there, as far as I'm concerned. And tag out, you're in.
Wow. So yeah, what he said.
So, anyways, do you want to go more?
He likes to talk a lot.
If you subscribe to me, you know.
Yeah. He's the kind of poison.
The kind of person who does all those things.
He's the kind of person, if you watch his videos, it takes him a long time to get to the point. Which the point is, you just gotta talk. You gotta be honest. You gotta, you gotta resist temptation. Okay, so what if that girl has a mini skirt on and a really
Yeah,
tight
Angie.
shirt that shows everything? Boys, it's easy to look away.
What if that dude has 6-pack abs and a big package?
But we're talking about girls right now.
Guys, what if a dude has 6-pack abs and a big package? And ladies, what if a girl's wearing a really short miniskirt? See, we cover everybody. And what if they or them has a very hot whatever they or them are wearing?
What I'm trying to say is it's very easy to resist temptation. If you really love the person you're with, then it's easy. And I know that, some people are like, oh, look, don't touch. The thing is, it's like, I'm sorry, if you look, I just feel like that's already kind of opening a door to temptation.
Yeah.
Because if you look, then it's like, oh, well, I might want to talk to him or her. Then it gets to talking. It's like, okay, well, it's just talking, nothing wrong in there. But then it gets to more than that, and then more, and then more, and then boom, you just did the one thing that it's going to end your relationship, and that is that you crossed the line and you cheated.
Yeah.
So loyalty is a big thing
Yes.
because it falls into every single thing I said. Loyalty, honesty, trust.
Yeah.
And yes, there have been marriages where the husband or wife had an affair, and they did work it out. But let me tell you, it took a lot of work.
Just don't watch those like Maury and other shows, because those are how not to have a relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd watch those and like, I'm out. No, good. I know going forward, and this is my advice from the man's perspective, at least from my perspective, I'm telling guys out there, if you find the woman or the man or whomever that you love, and you know that your day begins and ends with them, even if it's on the phone, or if it's via email or video chat on Skype or whatever, or you're lying in bed next to the woman you love. I mean, we went 4 years or so where we didn't live in the same place, and it was hard. There are stretches in time, which I'm not going to get into. If you watch any of her inspirational videos, she may have mentioned it. I don't know if you have.
I don't know if I have.
Where things were hard, just to the simple things we couldn't do, and then as time progressed, things a little gain here and there, but it was hard when I knew that at a certain point in time, after a phone call at 10 or 11 p.m., that we couldn't speak till the next day, and depending on how everything was going on, it depended. So many factors, but living together has definitely improved a lot of things. I know, for one, seeing her every day, even though she may not think she's always beautiful. I mean, I look at those eyes. I look at the dimple. Oh, that damn dimple. She's the reason I, as an animator, have continued doing animations, and she's the reason why I am doing everything I can, not only for her and our relationship. I don't know pronouns. I'm a writer. Our relationship and everything related to that, and certain situations going on in my personal life, my family, so forth. That's my own 4-hour rant. Stay tuned. She's helped me, and with her, and with everything going on in her life, I try to reciprocate, and it's so relationships, not only everything she mentioned, which are key high-end points. Those are 1, 2, 3s and beyond. It's helping the other. I lived with pain for 25 years of my life going on, and she's dealt with a lot of things in her own past and even current. It's the physical, emotional, and all those other types of pain and anguish and stress and hell that we go through. And I'm try always to, and she always tries to, because I said that better that time. Try always to help the other, because if we can't help the other, then that kind of shuts down a lot of what the relationship is, because she paints all over her body, and it comes off. It's fine. It's just latex. Helping each other leads to more positive, because if you can brighten the other person's day. My thing is, if I make someone happy, like when I worked, if I made a customer happy, okay, good. This place blows, but someone is happy. Good for you. But if I make her happy, I make her smile, I make her laugh, anything. I was like, good. My day may have completely sucked ass, but I'm trying to make her day better, and I know she does the same with me, or she tries.
You're hilarious.
Who is this person? Come here. She's really short. I'm 9 feet tall.
But anyways, but what he said, honestly, it's not always about the lovey-dovey. I love you. I
Oh,
love you
God.
too. You're so
Ugh.
beautiful. You're so
Thank
hot.
you. I try.
But no, it's also being there for one another and having each other's back and sticking up for one another and supporting one another.
Just gonna wait for it. Hold on. I'm gonna sneeze. Anyways,
Bless you.
keeping it.
See? You be there for them.
Yeah,
They
that
sneeze.
helps a lot.
You say, you don't say excuse me. You say,
Excuse
"Bless
me."
you." Bless you. Anyways, and it's make sure that you have fun.
Yeah, well, we have fun.
Like you need to joke around.
We like watching movies on Lifetime and laughing at how absurd the plots are. Sweet Jesus Christ. My YouTube has this. I mean, not knocking this video, but I mean, look at the numbers. They're horrible for 14 years.
The cops on the Lifetime or movies are just
I want to...
if you want relationship advice, the one thing you do not watch is Lifetime. Do not ever watch Lifetime.
Ever.
I watch it just because I think it's entertaining to a point, but then also it's just so that him and I
It's
can
more
laugh
the
at
absurdity
entire
of the
movie.
storylines and the characters that I'm like, who's dying this time and how?
Basically, we have already
20 minutes in, like, them.
they're the killers.
That's
We know
them.
who they are.
Yeah.
We know who the cheater is.
Or it's well, you're dying. You're dying.
We basically
and you're
know
probably dying.
who the victims are already.
If someone's too smart, they're dead.
We should be cops.
I want to write a Lifetime movie and make it so nonsensical. Like, this is actually sane compared to the crap we put up here.
But anyways,
we have fun. Positive. Anything positive is the key. Positivity is what helps your life in general, because being mopey, angry, or other emotions aren't really gonna make your day bright. So it's the trust, the honesty, the communications, the helping each other, the being there for each other, this support in many ways, emotionally and beyond, is making sure your fiance doesn't have fleas. It's all these things.
I made one itch.
You never know.
And it wasn't even my hair.
You never know. But you want to be there for the person you love, especially going forward, because we're going to be married in 3 months, and we want. Yep, you heard it here. I think you just found out.
I'm just kidding.
Oh God. Do good to the woman or the man or whomever you love. If you love a horse, be good to the horse you love. I'm not saying it like that. If you're a cat mom with 43 cats. I'm calling the ASPCA.
You are going way off track.
Yep, for 30 minutes, folks, nearly.
He's just basically saying, if you really love someone, then you gotta put all those things that we said into that relationship.
Yes.
Because if you don't, then
Then
you could possibly
stop watching and talk to that person.
You could possibly lose the man or woman that you love.
All I know is, as I said, the beginning and end every day.
Something that.
I love her.
And she loves me.
See, she loves me.
And I love him.
There we go. I think we can go for another hour and a half.
But we're just gonna end here.
30 minutes.
Before you guys are like, okay, we get it.
I fast forward through half of it. Who the hell are these people?
Blah blah. We've heard
the
it
guy.
all.
Oh God, him. His animation.
Oh, I know this has nothing to do with the relationship, but I like to brag a little bit. Look at my unicorn, and look at my teddy bear and my other teddy bear. Their names are the unicorn's name is Rainbow, and that's Pink Bear, and I forgot his name.
Yeah, we'll say that for now. Everybody, if you're watching this, check out her video. She just did a new inspirational video. That was
And then check out his video because he just did a Wii-Pals video.
it's not the greatest. Before 3 videos below that, you'll see my Hero Man season 2 finale.
We're writers.
We do a lot of crap.
We can't stop.
Trust me, I have too many ideas. My head explodes. But feel free to check her channel out, and please comment and share because their inspirational videos definitely inspire me, and I know they will inspire you. Check my crap out because I have too many things to list on one video to keep this under 40 minutes. Thank you for watching. Comment below with any things you want to say to us or ask any questions. Feedback is one thing that I desire above all things on YouTube, and I never get it. Comment, like, subscribe, share, so forth. I want to thank you. This is S.A. Nathy, and this is the future Auntie Darlene Nathy. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Remember to love.
Even though it's backwards.
You know, it's right words on my shirt.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.